Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your November 2024 reading. Let's see what the cards have in store for you, Cancer. All right, Cancer, thank you for joining, and I hope you are well. Here we go. Cancer, where are you at? Let's see. Ooh, it is time to release negativity. Full moon in Scorpio. Okay, Cancer, I feel with this, obviously with a full moon, some sort of situation has come to a close. And it may be a situation that on one hand, you realize that it had to end, that it was time to, either retire or to, end a situation, wrap something up, um, you know, or, maybe to end a relationship or a situation of some kind. But, so on one hand, it's the right thing. But on the other hand, I feel like, there is a little bit of disappointment, a little bit of sadness about it. And it's kind of left you feeling, kind of unhappy, a little like uncertain about your future. And, you may be just kind of really, I don't know, kind of grumpy. So fair enough. I mean, I get that. But let's keep going here. I just feel like, yeah, I just feel like, instead of expecting the worst possible case scenario, I feel like this is an opportunity, even if this wasn't something that you really wanted to have happen. I feel like that your best interest is actually taken care of here. So let's keep going with that. All right, this is for Cancer, please, for November. So we are in Scorpio season now, and of course, you are water energy, Cancer. Scorpio is a fellow water sign as well. And, this is deep, deep, deep. So this can be a situation that is quite emotional. So it does make me think about something that you were definitely emotionally attached to. So whether it was a person, relationship, situation, certainly could be a job, a home, anything that, and with Scorpio, that can tap into deep fears, deep feelings, deep anxiety. So I can understand why you might be, feeling this, but, and it's also time to release a negative situation, I just heard. So even though, you may have tried to make something work out for some of you, I feel like the writing was on the wall at some point, and it's just time. It's just time to for a fresh start, for something that is healthier, a healthier choice for you. Cancer is really what I'm seeing here. Okay, let's keep going. Tell me more for Cancer. Ooh, yes, good heavens. Look at all this purple, and I'm even wearing purple today. Life lessons again. So Cancer, I kind of feel, it's like you've gone around in circles, either with the same person, the same situation, or a similar scenario, a couple of times in life. So, I mean, I kind of feel like you kind of find yourself back at the starting line, again, starting over. And that can be obviously very challenging and frustrating. And I you can see our figure here. I hope you can. Leaning up against a tree, and just, in the full moon again, full moon, something has definitely come to an end. Here we're finding ourselves, it's not really Groundhog Day exactly, but it's sort of like, okay, it was sort of like there was a lesson to be learned, and some of you may have learned it. But I just feel there's a bit of a caution to not repeat a cycle here. So a bit of tough love, I kind of feel right now for you. I almost said Capricorn, for you, Cancer. But we have number 18 here. Something could have gone down on the 18th of last month, and so what was that? That was October. Something could have happened. And it's kind of like, as we're moving forward, we just can't, like, something may have fallen apart is what I'm kind of feeling here, Cancer. Or maybe, around the middle end of last month. And you may have been trying to hoping against hope that it could be fixable or whatever, and it just isn't for most of you. So 18, yes, for some of you, you could have been born on the 18th of July. Others of you, 8 plus 1 is 9. It's like, I feel like you are getting some sort of an understanding of what happened and why, though. So that will definitely help you moving forward, Cancer. Okay. Let's keep going for Cancer. So what can Cancer look forward to? Let's talk about that. Or what advice does Cancer need? What do you want to tell Cancer here? Let's get some helpful advice here. Helpful information. Awakening, yes. You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life for you. Wow. Okay, Cancer. And this is a 5. So 5s are challenge, change, competition, clash of wills, different points of view with others. I feel like for some of you, I feel like you may have, and I know you don't want to hear this, Cancer, because you're very competent, but I feel for some of you that I don't know, I feel like there was some sort of manipulation involved somewhere here, and you were not doing the manipulating. I feel that, because you are very kind, you're very generous, Cancer, you often put yourself on the back burner. You often, look after everybody else's needs. And I feel, because of your good nature, Cancer, that it's possible that some people were taking very good advantage of your very kind and generous nature. And that's why I feel it's time to release this negativity. And it's a life lesson. It's something that you do need to learn. It's like, it is okay. And in fact, it is mandatory that you put yourself first as well. You cannot always take a back seat. That is not what we were put on this planet for, Cancer. And, it's almost like an insult to spirit. I mean, you're here, to have a wonderful, beautiful life and to have your wishes and desires and needs met. You were not here as a slave to other people. And I'm feeling very strongly about this, in case you can't tell. But, I feel it's like the end of that scenario is definitely over. And you may have needed help with this awakening. A situation could have gone down that removed you from a scenario or removed somebody from your life in some way. Like they were taken away by, either they had to go to the hospital or you did, or, somebody got a job offer in another community or another opportunity of some kind, or something came up to give some sort of space between you and that person, or you and a situation, so that you could kind of see the truth of the scenario. All right. For some of you, there may have been some sort of intervention by another person. Very interesting. What else for Cancer for November? Like, I feel this double energy, Cancer. I really do. I feel you're of two minds. I feel it's like some of you kind of knew this, but just went, oh, well, it is what it is. Let's just make the best of it. But I feel like for some of you, you could be, I think, was it last, maybe I'll put the link from last month's reading in here. I think it was last month's, but where there was an opportunity for you to break free of a situation that you kind of had yourself sort of stuck in. And I feel like that did happen last month, or is happening now for you, Cancer. And you're of two minds, where you're sort of happy on one sense to be free of a scenario that you got snared in, to, and like you thought it was one thing, but it turned into something else that was, you know, really onerous and very challenging. But even though I don't know, I feel like you're grappling with a lot of emotions, like a bit of guilt, a bit of happiness, a bit of sadness, a bit of, you know, this energy of being happy that you're finally free. So I feel like there's a lot going on here, and I just watch your energy. Wow. Okay, Cancer. Manifesting magic. You are creating your life based on the intentions you send out into the universe. So that is very true. And what I want to say here with this, so we've got a 3, 21 could be important. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel, you know, like the last half of October was very pivotal for you in some way. And now we're, you know, as we roll into November here, now we're sort of, you know, trying to settle the dust. You know, what is our new direction? You know, how am I going to, you know, how are you going to move forward now? What do you want to happen? Because something has obviously ended, and it's like, okay, well, now we have to, you know, manifest a new something, a new home, a new job, a new relationship, or just being single and looking after yourself for a while, being in your own energy, whatever that case may be. You know, but we want to watch that manifesting, because if we're focusing on negative outcomes, you know, through fear, which I get it, when something ends, you know, it's tough. It can be very unsettling. I get it. But you are creating the life based on the intentions you send out into the universe. So this is a time to be very intentional, Cancer, and make sure that you are thinking about what you actually do want, not what you don't want, but what you do want. And I would say be careful about the form that you think it should show up in, because I feel like that's the lesson here, is that you may have had a particular form of how you wanted a certain area of your life to be. And if we focus on things, it'll show up, but it isn't working out for some reason. And I feel, so for example, let's say you want a happy, loving relationship. Well, maybe instead of saying with so and so, or, you know, being so precise about the details and the form of this relationship, Cancer, it's like, here's what I would like. Here are the qualities of the person. Here's how I would like to feel in a relationship. Spirit, this is what I want. This is what I'm focusing on. These are my intentions. So bring me that particular person, whoever they may be, and just trust and let that be. All right, very interesting. Okay, let's get some tarot here. Let's see what's going on. Let's get some details for Cancer, please, for November 2024. Yeah. Okay, Cancer. Whew, this is a very deep reading. Like, this is, you know, this is a real leap for your soul, soul growth. It really is. This lesson, you know, is not some petty little, you know, thing. I feel this is very serious, for your growth, for your evolution here. 9 of Wands, 9 of Inspiration. Look at that. Wow. This is you picking up the pieces, and you know what? It's like you've got a new direction, a new goal. You're very determined, and you are swirling skirts. You are, you know, you've picked, this is no wounded warrior. This is somebody who has learned how to pick up the pieces. And for a lot of you, look at the colors. Look at how beautiful. All that feminine energy, regardless of how you identify, Cancer, doesn't matter. Feminine energy, feeling energy, being able to receive love, receive assistance, receive money. You know, you're on the receiving end now. now. And that, I feel, is your lesson. Instead of constantly give until you drop to your knees because there's nothing left to give, it's like, no, now it is your turn to receive. I absolutely love this. And I mean, I just love these two together. I love these two cards together, Cancer. Beautiful. But you know what? It's like you've cleaned yourself up, you've dusted yourself off, you've had a shower, you've, got your hair all nicely shampooed, you've got a new frock, and you are ready to rock and roll, moving forward. I love this for you. Absolutely fabulous. What else? Oh yeah, look at this. Seven of materials. This really is an energy of picking up the pieces and moving on. It's like, I feel for some of you, you have learned your lesson. You have seen, you've picked up the scenario, the story that Spirit is trying to help you move forward in your life with. And it's so funny, I hear a garbage bin out there, they're dumping the garbage. So I feel like a lot of you, it's like, you've 86'd something, you're like, yep, and you're just keeping what works and you're moving along. And I feel with this Seven of Materials, it's like you've made some sort of assessment and it's like, okay, so this is where I'm going to go now. This may have taken you down for a little bit, but I feel like you're gaining your strength and your momentum here throughout November. So I'm loving this. Yes, look at this. Three of Inspiration, Three of Wands, lots of Wands energy here. I feel like 3 weeks could be important for some of you. That's quite possible. But I feel like whatever new something that you've been building here or working on, it's like you're lining up your dominoes, you're crossing the T's, dotting the I's. It's like you're really strategizing here and setting something new up. And it looks to me like, things are in motion and things are working out in your favor. I really do. I feel like you have incredible protection here. Ooh, speaking of which, yes, Six of Materials, beautiful. There's like action and materials. So this is beautiful. This is things coming back into harmony, into balance. And it's kind of, when I see this, I see these two figures looking at each other. And I feel like this is your internal self and your external self. And, it's finally like you are coming back into balance. And there is some sort of blessing. And this is right in the heart of your reading for November. So I like to see this. And I feel for some of you, there could be a change of residence, possibly a change of work. For some of you, and a shifting in finances. I feel that things are definitely more balanced in your material life here, Cancer. So I'm really pleased to see that. Queen of Voices. This gal has been showing up like crazy. So I do feel, oh, Pasha, don't jump up. You're going to knock everything all over the place, honey. I love you, but please. Curious kitty looking at me like, what? Queen of Voices. So, I feel like we could be, reviewing legal documents, leases, real estate, new contracts of some kind. You could also have somebody speaking on your behalf. Again, could be a lawyer, could be an accountant, could be, somebody who is helping you move forward. But I feel some of you, this could be health as well. Maybe you had a minor surgery or need a minor surgery or had some sort of a health situation going on. And, I just feel for you this month, Cancer, that everything is coming back into balance. I feel like things were not in balance. Things were like sliding off the scale until fairly recently. And, it's quite possible that something has transpired that is bringing things back to right. So if there was some sort of an injustice or an imbalance, I feel like somebody or somebody's possibly stepped in to kind of help you get redirected in some way. So here we have the Hanged Man. Again, we have a 12 here, so another 3. I feel with this, this is looking at things in another way, getting a different point of view, different perspective. Again, with this, somebody may be helping you see the reality of a situation, seeing your options going forward. I feel for some of you, there definitely could be, there's an energy of a respite. You know, if you had a health issue or you're switching gears in some way, there's like you know, respite. It's like to take a break, to heal, to, you know, almost Four of Swords energy. But, you know, this is kind of a willing energy here, Cancer, where it's like, you know, you need to get a new perspective. There's some sort of pause that needed to happen here because things were not very clear. You know, you may not know exactly where you're going. You may not have all the answers, and that's what can be frightening. You know, I kind of feel for some of you, um, like there's an energy here. My ears are so itchy. I don't know what is going on. Listening. So something to do with listening here. And of course, you know, somebody could be trying to tell you the truth of a situation, and you may be finding it difficult to hear right now as well, Cancer. It's a very interesting reading for you. I just feel like you're at such a huge point of change, but it's, I don't know, I feel a little bit of resistance. And I get that. I'm not blaming you or judging you, certainly not. But I feel like there's just like when I see this life lesson, time to release negativity with that full moon. Um, you know, and for some of you with this Nine of Inspiration, I just do, I feel like you've got somebody helping you, you know, helping you maybe where you just are too tired. Maybe some of you were ill. Some of you just, you know, a situation went too far and it's out of, you know, you need somebody to help you get it stabilized. Now, alternatively, for some of you, Cancer, you could be the one helping somebody else here. So take it as it resonates. But I just feel like, Cancer, you have somebody kind of supporting you here in you know, helping you either out of a situation and how to move forward. There are so many different scenarios that could include. So I'm just gonna, you know what's going on. If this is your reading, Cancer, you already know. I don't need to, keep trying to explain this. This is obviously not for everyone, Cancer. So don't make it fit if it's not your story. Three of Voices, yeah, at the bottom of the deck here. So Cancer, I really do feel like there was, I feel like you're sad about some ending, but something had to end. And, with this Three of Energy, I feel like somebody needed to come in and help you. Because I don't think you would have put an end to this relationship or situation or scenario or whatever this is on your own. I feel like somebody had to step in. Honestly, I feel like, there had to be some sort of an intervention of some kind. I feel like the universe set up an intervention and sent somebody else in to support you and help you through this transition. Wow. Okay. Goodness. Let's see. So what else? Let's get some more information here for Cancer, please. Goodness, Cancer. Whew. Okay. It's a very pivotal moment in your life. And we do have several pivotal moments if you look back, if you're old enough, and you've seen several decades, many decades. All right, what is happening here? What does it tell us about this life purpose? What are the main themes here for Cancer? Sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. So that's very interesting. Cancer, you are extremely sensitive, as we've said earlier. And I feel, it's like, Cancer, I feel like somebody was, taking advantage of you. And nobody likes to hear that, but I do for some of you. Again, this is not everybody's reading. Artist. Engaging in artistic activities is beneficial to your career and every other area in your life. I feel like for you, Cancer, I feel like your self-expression is very important. I feel like you've been given an opportunity. I feel like you've been given a second chance or a third or a fourth, whatever it is. But, based on how old you are and what's been going on. But I feel like you finally have an opportunity. You are no longer letting people dictate and run your life. I feel it's like now you can do what you want when you want, primarily. You know, you're not tied to somebody else and what they want to do on their timetable, and how they want things done. It's like, I feel like you're kind of, and I think part of the fear, for you, Cancer, can also be that it's like, wow, you know, I get to call my own shot. So, well, you know, and even it's like, you know, when you haven't been free for so long, it's confusing because you have choices, and it's like, so for some of you, you've been emotionally controlled for a while, and I know that doesn't feel good to hear, but you know, another life lesson, right? Practice. Polish your skills by practicing regularly. All right. So for some of you, you could be getting back to, you know, maybe some of you were, you know, musicians or whatever it is you're doing, you know, your job, your gardening, your whatever the heck. And, you know, you've had to put your desires, your needs, your creative expressions on hold for who knows how long. For some of you, maybe 5 years, 8 years, you know, in and around there. And now it's like, wow, now again, you get to, it's like, yes, you know, get back in your groove, do what you want to do what Cancer wants to do. Wow. Cancer, honestly, it's the emancipation of Cancer. Might have to title that. But, whew, golly, goodness. Okay, in regard to relationships, whether they're romantic, platonic, business, so, you know, community, whatever the case may be, family, what is your advice? What is your advice? Cancer. Difficulties. Ooh, jealousies from others may serve as obstacles to the success of this connection. Well, interesting. So what I kind of get from, now that may be absolutely true. You could be looking at this going, yep. I just feel like there's some sort of outside interference. Again, there's some sort of energy of control. Other people trying to take control of Cancer here, or were past lives. You've known this person before. It is a soulmate from a past life. Okay, so you're obviously dealing with people. For some of you, when I see life lesson again, I kind of feel like you may have had the same scenario over and over again with somebody. Take it as it resonates. And overthinking, playing, what were we saying? Time to release negative energy. Playing negative scenarios in your head is creating issues which weren't there initially. So, goodness, Cancer, I don't know, but I just feel, I really am sending you a big hug, Cancer. I just feel that for whoever this reading is for, it's like, this is just such a challenging, it's a very pivotal point in your life right now. And it does sound dramatic, but I kind of feel like it is a bit dramatic, like it's important. All right. So Cancer, here we go. I'm going to do the angel answers here. I am going to pull 3 cards, Cancer. So think of 3 questions, or just think of 1 or 2 questions, whatever you need to, whatever you're focusing on. And you may want to pause this while I'm shuffling, while you get clear on what your question or questions are. Okay. All right. If you believe, don't stop, and perfect timing. Cancer, I kind of feel, I mean, obviously, you know, you've asked the questions, and each and every one of you, it's a different question. I'm kind of feeling like this is the perfect time. Like, don't, you know, like, keep moving forward. Don't stop. Like, just keep moving forward, and there is something better. There is happiness absolutely for you. And I just feel it's like, you know, watch that negative thinking. You've got 2 cards speaking to that. You know, and it's like you deserve happiness, Cancer. You totally deserve happiness. And under the deck we have within the next few weeks. I like that. Just thought I'd show you. All right. And then to close out, Cancer, let's just get a few fortune cookies here. All right. This is for Cancer. What does Cancer need to know? What are your closing messages for Cancer for November 2024, please, here? 1, 2, 3. Whoop. Ooh, I like that. Okay. All right, Cancer, here we go. Society. Say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. Excellent networking opportunities and new love interests for singles will be the result. Okay, very nice. See, we've got wonderful things coming up ahead for you. And new, right? So beautiful. You do have things to look forward to. Major life change. The time is right for major life changes as a new lifestyle or location brings great joy and a trouble-free existence, Cancer. Wow. Yeah, that's what I felt before. There could definitely be a change of residence or moving your job and opportunities. An important offer will be made. Be prepared and dress to impress. Wow. So, I mean, this is the perfect timing for this new shift, Cancer. And, whew, I mean, what a reading for you. All right, my darlings, that's what I have for you. I'm wishing you a beautiful and blessed November. I hope that things work out beyond your imagining and the positive. And until next time, you take very good care. Bye-bye for now, Cancer.